In every single home, there's this silent guardian, a really critical piece of your plumbing that, believe it or not, prevents disaster almost every day. It's so easy to ignore, but knowing where to find it, well, that can be the difference between a simple fix and a totally catastrophic, wallet-draining mess.
So think about it for a second. What is it? It's not your smoke detector. It's not your alarm system. Nope. It's a simple little access point to your home's most vital and, let's be honest, most vulnerable network. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on your home's sewer cleanout.
So, here's what we're going to do. First, we'll explore that hidden network of pipes running under your house. Then, we'll get right to it. What is a sewer cleanout? After that, we'll play detective and hunt down the 4 common types, cover some quick and easy maintenance, and then wrap it all up with the really important signs that tell you it's time to pick up the phone and call a pro.
All right, let's get started. The first piece of this puzzle is just understanding the massive, unseen system that's constantly at work right underneath your feet.
Every single time you flush a toilet, run the washing machine, or even take a shower, you're tapping into this underground network. It's all designed to just whisk that waste away. But if it gets blocked, all of that stuff has nowhere to go but right back where it came from. And trust me, that is a scenario nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to deal with.
So how do we stop that nightmare scenario from becoming a reality? Well, we rely on the system's built-in emergency hatch, the sewer cleanout. So what is it, really? At its heart, a sewer cleanout is just a capped pipe that gives a plumber, or sometimes even you, a direct line into your main sewer line. It's an entry point made specifically for clearing out clogs, or maybe sending a camera down there to see what's going on with your pipes. And the difference it makes is like night and day. Seriously. Without this little access port, fixing a major clog could mean digging up your entire yard, maybe even breaking through your home's foundation. With it, a potential nightmare excavation project becomes a much simpler and way cheaper service call.
Okay, knowing what it is, that's step 1. But finding it, that's the real mission. So where on earth do you even start looking? Let's walk through the 4 common types you might find on your property.
So as we look at this, you can kind of see how it all connects. We're about to go on a little hunt for the different access points along this plumbing line, from the ones in your yard to maybe one in your basement. Just keep in mind, a lot of homes have more than one, so let's start the search.
Now this is the one you're most likely to find. Go outside, take a little walk around your house. You're looking for a short pipe, capped, sticking a few inches out of the ground. It usually has a square nut or maybe a threaded top. It's often located near a bathroom or your kitchen.
Now, if you've got a basement or a crawl space, you might have an indoor cleanout too. It looks pretty similar to the one outside, but you'll find it on the floor, usually close to that main vertical sewer pipe, they call it the stack, that runs up through your walls.
Okay, the mainline cleanout. This is the big one. It gives you access to the primary artery of your whole home sewer system. This could be just inside or just outside your foundation, and this is the one plumbers are going to go for to tackle the most serious clogs. And finally, we have the lateral cleanout. This one gives you access to the pipe that runs all the way from your property to the city's main sewer line. You'll usually find this one closer to the street or sidewalk, right near your property line. It's absolutely crucial for figuring out if a problem is on your end or the city's. So now you know how to find them, and honestly, that is a huge first step. But the other half of this is just making sure they're in good shape and, ready to go when you actually need them.
You absolutely do not need to be a plumber for this. It's a really simple check. Every so often, just go take a look. First, make sure that cap is on tight and it isn't cracked. Second, look for any damp spots or little puddles around the base. And third, like you see here, make sure it's not buried under grass or hidden by a bush. It needs to be easy to get to in an emergency.
And this brings us to a super important safety warning. If you go to open the cap and it just will not budge, do not force it. If a normal wrench with a little bit of pressure doesn't work, just stop. Reaching for a hammer or a crowbar can actually crack the pipe, and that turns a simple clog into a massive repair job. That's your cue to call a pro.
So what are the red flags? When does a problem go from something you can keep an eye on to something that requires you to call for backup? Let's go over the key warning signs.
You really need to pay attention to these things. If you have a clog that just keeps coming back, or if you smell sewage inside or outside your house, or if you start hearing gurgling noises from your drains when you flush a toilet, those are your pipes crying for help. And, of course, if you just can't find your cleanout at all, a professional can locate it for you.
At the end of the day, the biggest takeaway is this: a sewer backup is destructive, it's unsanitary, and it is so expensive.
Just knowing where these access points are gives you a massive advantage, and it lets you deal with an emergency way more quickly and efficiently.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question. After this is over, just take 5 minutes. Walk around your property. Find your cleanouts. It is the simplest, most effective step you can take today to protect your home's unseen and honestly pretty heroic plumbing network.